Greetings, it is April 18th, 2021, and midnight tonight, April 19th will begin, which will be the 78th anniversary of the start of the WarsawGhetto uprising during the Nazi occupation of Poland. WarsawGhetto uprising began on April 19th, 1943. I guess I'm getting older. Well, I'm 71 now. I'm going to show one drawing from my Under the Wing series and another artwork that's in my website in the gallery titled Other Holocaust Art. And I'm going to read a chapter from someone's diary who was a prisoner in the Warsaw Ghetto about music and song. This is a drawing I did in ink and gouache colored pencil in 2013, which was would have been the 70th anniversary of the Warsaw Ghetto uprising. Thank you, Budgies, for your participation here. It's appreciated. Viewers will note I drew a budgie at lower left there. This music was from music I have that was composed by my late grandfather, Harry Graf, who was born Herschel Barszewski in a little town outside of Białystok in northeast Poland. And he emigrated. His mother was murdered by the Nazis. One of his brothers, his mother, Zlata Barszewski, his brother, Liebel, who had moved to Berlin, both murdered, and Liebel had a family, wife from around Vilna, Lithuania, and they had two children, one born in 1923, one born around 1929, all murdered. So this is a kind of multi-perspective drawing I did of the interior of the Great Synagogue of Warsaw, which was actually blown up. The whole synagogue it had a world-famous library too. Was blown up by the Nazis to, quote-unquote, celebrate the victory over the Jews and bandits. It's a quote from General Jürgen Stroop, who was the leader, Nazi commander of the German forces, German-Austrian forces that basically pulverized the ghetto and who murdered most of the 50,000 Jewish prisoners who were still alive in the ghetto, and as of April 1943. Some of the imagery I depicted here from Polish Jewish gravestones, from a book I bought in Poland, photographs by Monika Krajewska. And this is a drawing I did in the Under the Wing series in 1997. And he was a itinerant street musician, violinist in the ghetto, photographed by Heinrich Jost, who was a German soldier who went into the ghetto illegally, so to speak, with a camera and photographed different scenes in the ghetto. There's the Heinrich Jost photograph there that I did the drawing from. The enlargement of this photo was in the exhibit a day in the Warsaw Ghetto, which was traveling from the Smithsonian and exhibited at the Museum of History and Industry in Seattle, which at that exhibit included 7 of my drawings from the Under the Wing series, then called Under the Wings of God. And I drew the wings, 3 wings you see here, at the Ornithology Lab at the Brooke Museum of Natural History at the University of Washington in Seattle. This is awaiting my framing. And I'm going to read a quote here. A book, another book, In the Warsaw Ghetto, Summer 1941, photographs by Willie Gaylord with passages from Warsaw Ghetto diaries. Let's see if I can find that. Oops. misplaced it. Quote about, was a diary quote about music. Give me a second here. Birdies, sing away. Go for it. Here it is, music and song. Okay. There is music and song at every step. On the streets, in the courtyards, and the squares. They sing splendid operatic arias and Polish and Yiddish songs. There are wonderful voices which, in parentheses, have performed on the concert and operatic stage. And have performers, in parentheses, on the concert and operatic stage. Cantors from synagogues large and small, former choristers and ritual butchers sing Hebrew synagogue songs. The ordinary street singers who have no voice and cannot sing strange songs of their own composition. The same happens with the courtyard music. Real musicians play here. Professors from the schools of music and famous violinists from the Philharmonic Orchestra and from the opera. And the most ordinary scraping of violins, plucking of zithers, and playing of empty bottles can also be heard. This procession continues through the courtyards from morning until late at night in spring, summer, and autumn. Most residents show their appreciation and gratitude. Apart from the theaters and musical cafes, this is how the residents' need for entertainment is satisfied. And the quote is from a prisoner named Jan Mavult, spelled M as in Mary, A-W-U-L-T, as in Thomas. Diary written in the Warsaw Ghetto, in the collection of the Archives of the Jewish Historical Institute in Warsaw, translated from Polish. All right, that's my remembrance for tomorrow. A unknown victim of the Nazis who played, unknown by name, who played on the sidewalk in the Warsaw Ghetto, which was itself a concentration death camp. And when I say unknown, he was known to people, even though we don't know his name. Everyone is born to a mother and a father. Everyone is given a name at birth. And the interior of the Tlomaki Synagogue, the Great Synagogue of Warsaw, my drawing from 2013. But you'll also notice I've got birds, fish, like a reindeer, a budgerigar, parakeet. Kind of floor level of the sanctuary, balcony there. This is drawn from a black and white photograph. And the ceiling, which is like frescoed, some Hebrew letters. All right, there you have it, in remembrance of those murdered, and with the goal of helping teach tolerance and preventing hate crime attacks and other wars and genocides which have happened all over, and in recent years, especially during the years of the Trump-Pence administration in the United States, increased ever more mass shootings and terrorism attacks and hate attacks and so on. We seek dignity and pro-life anti-terrorism legislators. Okay, budgies, thank you very much. Oh, excellent, excellent, very good. All right, there you have it. Thank you. Dziękuję bardzo in Polish, Toda Rava in Hebrew.